Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Hello and welcome to my channel. Vice Rhino here.
No, it's my
over
channel.
there.
No, we're on my channel.
We're on our channel.
I didn't agree to communism today. Maybe tomorrow.
I mean, we're on 4 channels, so like 2 are mine and 2 are yours. We share evenly.
That's not what the fucking judge said. That wasn't how it was ruled.
I get your channel for 3 days, you get mine for 2. It's a custody battle. Rhino versus Surus custody battle. Speaking of custody, Fennec wants to know how your pregnancy's going.
It's going about as well as you getting banned from my chat. That's about where we're at.
Did you get any fan art last week?
I don't want to say.
So that's a yes, it is canon then.
I don't want to say that there is fan art of me getting impregnated by Mr. Bertram currently in the NSFW channel of my Discord.
Okay, yeah. So I was thinking, we got first time chatter Zarkfi says congrats. Yeah, so I'm actually surprised because I thought we established last week in canon that I was the father.
No.
Okay.
You're not the father.
I am not the father. It's
Yuki,
time to be wearing
I'm pregnant, and Tristan's the father.
Oh, there's the first hat. We can get Slime Surus hat to start with.
Fair enough. Sylvie Snow says if there ever was a reason for me to join the Discord,
I think the man with a plan 5 may not have seen our streams before. What am I watching?
I don't know. You tell
Sorry about
me.
That. We do eventually cover news, but first we have to be incredibly off-putting to new viewers.
Yes, we do.
Because that's our thing, I guess.
There was a video on hyper reality that was done by Spice 8 Rack, and he did 20 minutes of like jokes and preamble and talking a little bit about very, very lightly about philosophy, but not much. And then at the 20-minute mark just went, cool, we front loaded the video with enough silliness. All right, let's talk about capitalism. It's a 2-hour video. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I often wonder while I'm editing the shorter clips out of the stream, and like when I upload this by itself, new viewers are going to see this, and like, do I actually think anyone's going to subscribe? People do subscribe apparently, but I'm like,
yeah.
we are so niche.
See, the weird thing is, I want to say, yes, we are so niche. But then I saw that somehow, I think it was last week, Watering Hole had like 160 viewers. And I'm like, I think the niche is growing.
Yeah, no, my YouTube viewership usually peaks at about 170 now. Lord of Uzkalak apparently missed last week, so has no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
It's just kind of nutty. Like I'm super happy that your channel is getting the extra attention that it is. Not just because we stream together all the time and that's attention I'm getting as well, but that is also half of it. Pepper T21, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Yeah.
And Red Joker and Midbit Gamer and Gideon Wells and Alpha Mario. Jesus Christ. There were a lot of subs there.
Yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, I also have no idea what's going on with my view counter thing because my Twitch chat is fairly active right now, but it says I have 0 viewers, so you guys don't exist.
Weird.
Oh, there's a hydrate. I remembered my water today, so I have my water when you guys do the hydrates.
Yay, and then he's going to run out, and then he's going to feel bad. Spectacular, thank you for the Prime subscription.
Also, those of you watching on YouTube, if you do go to Twitch and get enough channel points, you can make me wear hats, and then I look silly while discussing very serious topics.
Sometimes getting angry during those topics, too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Trump sure knows how to pick his lawyers, not going to lie.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't have much choice. He has to take what he can get. It's like Todd Blanche is representing him in everything, essentially. And like, so like the lawyer who literally said to the judge, "It's my first day," as an excuse for why he was doing so badly.
You're doing fine, son.
His representative in all of his cases now, because nobody else will take him on. Because every lawyer that takes him on ends up either in jail or not allowed to practice law anymore. So, yeah, that's fun.
Don't you just love justice?
Yeah, well, it's nice when it happens.
I
the Morbid Place, thank you for your 20. Morbid Place, thanks for your 20 bits. Sean Helfin says, "Oh, did you hear that Alito might be leaving the court thanks to his wife stating it asked about the flag?" That would be amazing. If you have a link to a news story about that, send it to news@vicedrhino.com, and I will definitely look into it.
So will the real Rice Wino please stand up?
Our Chapmang CMG, I don't know how to say that. This person says Trump is helping drain the swamp, one corrupt lawyer at a time.
Now you have to ask the question: Is Trump the one corrupting the lawyers at this point?
No. Okay. At this point, if you voluntarily work for Trump, you are already
too
corrupt.
Late for you.
Like at this point, any lawyer that voluntarily signs on with Trump should just automatically be disbarred as a prophylactic measure.
Jesus.
He should be stuck with just the public defenders at this point. Just a quick clarification. I did not mean that as a dig at public defenders. I know it could have come across that way. What I was getting at there is that Trump should not be allowed to choose his own lawyers. He should just have to make do with whatever lawyers are assigned to him, whether he likes them or not. Because I recognize that public defenders are valuable public servants who often are very good lawyers.
Colleen in my chat says Alito is likely to leave if Trump gets reelected. Really?
Okay, yeah, I could see that, because then Trump gets another Supreme Court justice pick, and he's not conservativing the court.
Jesus.
But
something tells me that's not necessarily going to happen, though. I want to live in a world
I've been saying the Morbid Place instead of the Morbid Palace.
I used to do it too. I used to do it a lot.
Van Briggs 333 is saying now I just need VR's hat size. Well, according to this hat, my hat size is 100% polyester made in China. That's the only tag in here. So
that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all.
It's not my head. It's our head.
That's
because the Russian thing.
Not
Russia.
Yep.
This is USSR,
that just
not Russia.
Sounds like a threesome.
I mean, at this point, with how many times
we've
hinted
Comrade.
that, it's not my threesome. It is our threesome.
Jesus Christ.
Van Briggs says I'm going to buy VR a gay octopus hat similar to my favorite one that he has. Nice. Love me some gay octopi. Drew Harrison says it's octopodes or octopuses. I am aware that actually I've looked into this because octopus is a weird word where like its etymology has like two of the original languages or something. Basically any pluralization is grammatically correct. So yeah, octopodes works, octopi works, and octopuses work. Octopuses is what I go with when I'm trying to be proper. Octopi is what I do when I want to be funny. Yeah, anyway.
Is it not octopi?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Who the fuck lied to me?
People who like being pedantic but didn't really have good grounding for their pedantry.
Crap.
I'm Googling it now. Both octopuses and octopi are acceptable plurals for octopus. Of the two, octopuses is the simpler and more commonly used. The proposed plural of octopodes is based on the plural of the ancient Greek word from which octopus ultimately derives, but it's rarely used outside of the octopuses versus octopi debate.
Okay.
That's according to dictionary.com. So octopi, the favoring for that is in Latin. There's a class of words that end in US, and those words get pluralized by replacing the US with I. Many English words with strong roots in Latin have retained this pluralization. And there is... So octopus is a Latinized form of a Greek word. So in Greek, it would be octopodes, and in Latin, it would be octopi.
Okay.
But
fair enough, I suppose.
Octopuses is the most commonly used plural. Anyway.
Ruby Muschiara, thank you very much for the follow.
Zarkfi says, just don't get Vice started on the mooses versus meese debate.
I'll say meese because it's the funnier one.
I'll say meese because it doesn't make sense that it's goose but not geese. Or goose and geese but not moose and meese. I don't know. We're English and plurals just don't get along in general.
They can if we try really hard.
Ooh.
I'm fucking doing it.
Ooh. Adam Broughton says, my understanding is that the plural of moose is moose. It is. Fun fact, I lived in Northern Ontario, which has moose for 5 years. I assuming that's you lived in Northern Ontario for 5 years, and Northern Ontario has moose, as opposed to Northern Ontario only had moose for a 5-year period.
The moose existed here for 5 years, and then tragically, all went extinct.
Yeah, and then Donald Jaramillo said in Greek it would be octopodes. Okay. I barely speak English, okay?
I try not to speak English. I try to speak in wokeism. I've heard it's a language. So, at least I've been told that.
Another hat. Well, since we're talking about it.
The octopus hat? The knitted one? You're a knitted puss.
Oh, God.
Something, probably.
What?
You're a knitted puss.
A knitty puss.
Your English got a trench coat?
English is already just like 3 or 4 languages in a trench coat pretending to be a new language. So English doesn't need to wear a trench coat over top of the trench coat. Donald Jaramillo for $2 says if there is 2, I think that's supposed to be TWO. If there's 2 items of animus, would that be animi? It'd be animagi.
Damn it.
Animagi.
Said English is 3 drunk languages in a trench coat.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Jassa said a while ago that if I don't talk about the tweet that they sent me, they'll cry. You might cry because I remember someone sending me a tweet and I remember looking at it and then being like, that needs too much context or something. Or it might have just been that I already had all the tweets. But yeah, someone sent me a tweet and I did not save it. So, sorry. You're looking at me funny.
I can't be looking at you funny.
No, not
I'm a
you.
Cartoon.
My partner. She's writing my to-do list on the whiteboard that I'm supposed to look at when the kids get home from school to tell them to do stuff. And one of them is driveway needs paving. So I'm going to make my kids pave the driveway tomorrow.
How is that going to work out? All right, here's this bag of Quickcrete. Have at it.
Yeah, no, we actually... So what's worse, though, is it's not just that the driveway needs repaving, it's that it needs expanding. Because the thing is, you're not allowed to park on the street in the wintertime where I live. And my garage, like my van is too big to fit in my little tiny garage that was built in 1929 for like the original Ford Model T. So if we want to not get parking tickets in the winter, we need to either expand the driveway to fit 2 vehicles in it, or expand the garage, which that ain't going to happen, or I need to trade my van in for a different vehicle since she has a van now, because her lease was up on her thing a little while ago. That's what I'd really like to do, because fuck Chrysler. Yeah,
I don't
Pat.
think
The
I've ever
nefarious
actually
name of
had a Chrysler.
the nefarious name of Doom says your to-do list. Isn't she on that already? Who said she wasn't? It's but paved driveway. Oh. She's listening to me now, and she's now segregated it into Justin's to do and kids to do.
I mean,
I can see the thoughts going across her head, being like, "Oh yeah, he has the tism."
So don't you have driveway issues with your neighbors?
That's a different. Yep. Okay, but because I'm on a corner lot, our driveways aren't anywhere near each other. But their driveway comes right up against our house. But yeah,
Let's see.
it's a weird situation.
Speaking of that, Rhino, I've just been sent this, and I'm.
God damn it! You're making me.
I don't know why my life is what it is now.
Oh, now I have to figure out how to put that on the stream while I'm live. Thanks for that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. No, we need
you
to
have
share this with the world.
You have every ability not to do that thing.
Nope. I am sharing this with the world.
The world needs not what the fuck that is.
I beg to differ. The world fucking needs this.
Fucking was half the problem that led to this picture, apparently.
Now you're admitting that the picture is accurate. Then
that's not what. God damn it!
That's what I heard. It wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't accurate. Okay, just gotta resize it, and then boop. Pregosaurus, who hates his chat. With my little rhino babies. That's a nice touch. Some of them are rhinos and some of them are Slimesaurus.
I am not the father. I had a vasectomy.
Even though, well, okay, that's hilarious. I actually fucking love that. You come see Saurus's rhino babies.
Please don't say come.
Okay.
Please, I beg of you not to say that.
You don't want to see me making Saurus pregnant? Well, I drank one.
A sentence. That's a fucking sentence. Why did I have to hear that sentence?
I don't know. The art's really good on this. I like the art.
It's from Pernia, so
yeah,
they're the one that also did, the thing that you use for tweets that has you with a riding crop.
Yeah. The thumbnail for twit tweets?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's fun. Dark Excalibur says riding crop, so we know how the baby got made. But Dragon says, Rhino, I believe the octopus hat is crochet, not knit. Sure. I don't know. I don't know the difference. Like, I know the needles look different.
Growlithe, is it? Oh, it's almost 10. That makes sense.
I mean, I've switched between active desktops too frequently, so my clock still says 8:46.
Oh. Well, let me go ahead and get her out real quick because she is telling me that she wants that. One sec.
She's 20 minutes early, though.
She is 20 minutes early, but I don't think she's looking at a clock actively, all things considered.
Disagree.
You think she's looking at the clock and going, yep. I'm going to fuck him up.
Yep.
Come on, come on.
That's what she do.
Speaking of swapping, check your DMs again.
Oh, God. Every time, okay, just so you know, my DMs are, you know how Windows has multiple desktops you can use? So in order to keep the streams organized, I have like the things that I actually need for the stream on one desktop and then all the other crap that I normally keep open on the other one. And every time I switch desktops, something else gets screwed up. So like right now, my clock is still frozen at 8:46 and the entire taskbar has like all of the icons from both desktops overlaid over top each other. So I don't know what's going to happen when I switch again. You might just disappear from the stream because that has happened before. So, but I will check the DMs. I will check the DMs. Okay. Just a second. I see that you want to say something to me.
What, me?
No, not you, my partner.
Oh.
That is some cute fan art. I like that.
It's so Jack and Quill said that it's specifically from when you stuck your face on my character for a vid.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that. Lady Merlin says, quote, Serpentious here. Would that be...
So I was wondering if you'd like to do a sex with me?
Yeah, so there's the fan art. From when I stuck my face over your face.
Harker Ferryman says I'd make love to my adult clone. You do that.
Okay. I have to, just a second, I have to see what my partner is itching to tell me.
Oh, okay. See, when it was mine, she ran over here yelling, "What do the numbers mean, Mason?" Because of how I was screaming at that absurd Trump quote that meant everything and nothing at the same time.
So she did a search on Amazon for face glue, which I don't know what face glue is. I assume it's something to do with like sticking makeup or accessories or like...
What is face glue?
I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff I'm seeing that's like glitters and sparkles or whatever. So it's like putting fancy extra makeup stuff. But when she scrolled down a little bit, Gorilla Glue was one of the results.
Put Gorilla Glue on your face for science. I
feel like we had a stream where you were covered in Gorilla Glue.
It was the stream where I was putting my dual disc together on stream, and yeah, I still need to paint. Oh God, I have to paint that before I go to the Too Many Games convention after the canvassing in New York. Oh God, I don't have that much time. Jesus Christ, I might not be able to do that at all.
Wait, can you not hear my buttons again?
I can't hear your buttons at all.
Oh, okay. Because
I think my life just improved greatly. It's weird.
I just pressed the "What are we even talking about" button. Because what are we even talking about?
I don't know, but apparently it was self-cessed, body swapping, impregnation. I don't know how we got to that after Timothy talking about the core of gospel presentation, but
let's just...
Yeah.
I hope our blanket is dry because I washed our comforter today, and it often needs 2 dryer cycles to get dry, and I don't think I put it on for the second one.
Unfortunately, we usually need 2 dryer cycles for everything in the house, unless it's a blanket, in which case it needs 3. So our dryer's great.
Dark Excalibur says, but slacking off on the X thing is your job, with X being Twitter. So fun fact, the origin of this show is actually basically because of my ADHD. I would get distracted and go on Twitter and waste a bunch of time there.
And you needed to find a way to turn that into content.
Yeah, so it's like, well, if I'm taking screenshots of stupid tweets, then it's not really wasting time if I'm getting content out of it, is it? So like the monetization of my distractions is how ADHD people exist.
That's why I started my Magic the Gathering content. I couldn't stop thinking up decks. So now I just think up decks and put them on screen.
Listen, Lucid says, you're going to have a moist night?
Stygander says, Sir, try cleaning the dryer vent. So here's the thing. That is what it takes after cleaning the dryer vent, after removing the dryer hose and scraping the little bits in there out, after cleaning the dryer filter, after doing all of that. It's just like that. I don't know why.
So somebody said we're going to have a moist night. That reminded me of a thumbnail that I made today for a video that's going to go live whenever it goes live. So there.
Oh God. But why that face from you and also me?
Because you are the one who said multiple times in that video, That something I said made you moist. So that's on you.
You're not wrong, but god damn it.
And I have to pick the thing that is the most clickbaity, I guess. The most.
Oh my god. You have birthdays?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so to anyone who wished me a happy birthday on any social media things, I'm sorry for being awkward about the response, but I don't get birthdays.
Happy fucking birthday, dude.
Thanks.
That must have been such a struggle crawling out of there.
Actually, so my mother's hips were too small to give birth, so I was a C-section.
That didn't need to be accurate. God
but I was actually on my way out the birth. Like the doctor doing the C-section had to pull me back into the womb so that he could pull me out the C-section thing because I was on my way out anyway. And my mother jokes that was the last time I was ever in a hurry in my life. But I will tell you, my stepmother said, where were we? So she said, happy birthday. I said, thanks. Then the next day she said, how was your birthday? I hope you had a good day. And I said, yeah, it was okay. To which she replied, such enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was a day.
It was in fact a day. Also, on the topic of curse knowledge, you have to check your DMs again. I want you to show this on your screen with no context whatsoever, just so that people can see it and just see what the response is. That's all.
When I don't understand what it is, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that.
I guarantee you it is nothing horrible, but it will make many people in both of our audiences either laugh or be upset. Would I steer you wrong?
Yes.
Would I steer you wrong in a way that is permanently damaging?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Okay, what is this? It looks like an antenna.
It'll take just a second. It'll take just a second.
I don't know.
I'm seeing it in my chat.
Okay.
I'm seeing for fucks.
Jess is laughing. Stratahawk is saying, yes, Cirrus would steer us wrong. Zarask is saying, damn it, Cirrus. So can you explain that for those of us who don't get it?
Okay, so that is a very old meme called Loss. It's because years ago...
No, that's not Loss.
That is Loss. That is Loss.
No.
Yes.
I know Loss.
Yeah, that's Loss.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I am... Okay, let's go back to something where I can...
Stop.
I don't know how the cropping's going to work on this, but that's Loss.
They are both Loss.
No, that one's Loss.
They are both Loss. So here's the thing. Here's the cool thing about hyperreality. Everybody in the chat recognized that as Loss almost immediately.
I didn't.
We're not talking about you. You're special. Jack and Cole says Loss is a state of mind.
Okay, now watch H-Bomber Guy's video on Control-Delete.
Yeah, I'll watch it again. I've watched it like 3 times. So the thing with H-Bomber Guy, his channel is one of my comfort channels.
Mm-hmm.
If I need noise in the background while I'm doing something, he's one of the channels that I can just put on any video and I'm A-okay.
Donald Jaramillo says, I have no idea what Loss is. So it was a comic that came out of nowhere in this stupid, like, ridiculous... It was a gaming comic that, like, the punchline was often, I killed them violently. Or, I'm an idiot. And, so what it was like the main character got a call from his girlfriend that she was in the hospital and she had been pregnant before. And like he runs in and he's by himself and then he goes and talks to the doctor. So there's 2 of them up there or what, how's it go? So he has him by himself. Then there's 2 of them and then it's him with his girlfriend, and then you're like, I don't know.
It's
Whatever.
him talking.
It's like
The third panel is him talking to the doctor and finding out about the miscarriage. The last panel is him
him with his
going.
girlfriend. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because his girlfriend's laying down.
It's a comic that suddenly took a silly and stupid and not very good webcomic and tried to make it like super duper serious, but it was like one that resonated with people because that's such a common experience that people have, that it just became a meme. And now there are people that know the meme, but they don't know the comic. And that's probably for the best, honestly, because it's not really a great comic. I say that as someone who has spent a lot of time reading webcomics, and that was one that I used to read regularly. And I
didn't read much of it. Most of... God, what was the World of Warcraft one?
I don't know.
Why am I...
So here's the thing.
Looking for Groot. That was the one that I used to read a lot.
I used to have a job where I had open access to the internet and a lot of downtime in between actual work-related things that I had to do. So I spent a lot of time reading webcomics. And I basically have figured out which ones were the good ones by which ones I continued to read after I stopped having that job. So like XKCD, Oglaf, which, not safe for work. I don't think I ever read that at work, actually, now that I think about it, because I would have been smarter than that. There's a lot of
LSFW. He took NSFW very personally.
There is a lot of anal penetration in that comic. Yeah, no, so like XKCD, Sheldon by Dave Kellett. That one, it's not. I'm finding the recent ones aren't very good, but his offshoot of Sheldon, Drive, which is not an offshoot, it's a completely different thing, but it's like a sci-fi comic thing. It's really good. I highly recommend Drive by Dave Kellett. Saturday morning breakfast cereal, amazing.
Stoff says we're gonna force Rhino to read Homestuck. No, that is a chore to get through. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jess is saying you had a job. Yeah, so picture this. My job that I had a lot of downtime at, where I had unrestricted internet access, the reason I had unrestricted internet access because this job was as a debt collector. And part of being a debt collector is doing research on people and trying to find everything out about them. So you need access to all of the internet in order to do that, because sometimes you need to track down their Facebook post or whatever. So they couldn't block social media sites or whatnot. So they just didn't block anything. And, yeah, so when I had downtime in between calls, I would just like read webcomics. Or I also I found a lot of public domain books that I would read. There's a website that has the entire works of George Orwell. So I read 3 George Orwell books before I realized that oh, this guy always writes super depressing shit. I'm not sure I want to continue with that. It's like, oh, Burmese Days or Burmese Nights, whatever it was called. Oh, so sad. I hate that book. It's good, but oh.
Stoff says, yes, it's a chore at first, but that's because Hussey's a shit writer and nothing else. Okay, so Stoff, here's the thing.
I didn't get through the first season of Deep Space Nine. I have not watched Deep Space Nine. I love Star Trek. Everybody tells me Deep Space Nine gets really good in season 3, but I'm like, if I don't watch seasons 1 and 2, I'm not going to get season 3. And season 1 is a slog. I can't get through it. So no, I'm not going to try and get through something if it's a chore.
I'll say this. I eventually watched a lot of One Piece. I need to get back to watching One Piece. I got 600 something episodes into One Piece.
Okay. Sorry, I have to interrupt. Sean Helfin says, I don't like young Sheldon. I also don't particularly prefer old Sheldon either. This is not Big Bang Theory Sheldon. This is Sheldon in the comic book by Dave Kellett, where he's it started with him making fun of the tech startup billionaires, with the premise being this 12-year-old kid designed a program that just makes the internet go faster. And so he became a billionaire because it sold like hotcakes. So it has nothing to do with Big Bang Theory. It actually predates Big Bang Theory, I think. Actually, one of the things I did while I had that job as a debt collector is he put out a call for saying hey, I'd like to make my comics more searchable. So I need help transcribing them. And I transcribed 2 or 3 storylines of it while I was at work. So, yeah.
Stoff says Andrew Hussey got a thesaurus as a birthday present and decided he would only use words from there, and that's why that's why Homestuck sucks so much to read. It's literally the author just perused the thesaurus and decided he did the fucking thing that happened with, oh my god. That's how it feels to me to read Children of the Flies or Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies, yeah.
It feels like somebody took a thesaurus and just went, we're not going to use normal people words. That's all that book reads to me. Is that why Hussey shit sucks so much? Jesus Christ.
Morbid Palace is saying Deep Space Nine is good, but it took me years to get through because it is a slog. Yeah, that's the
That
thing.
feels like Stockholm Syndrome.
So the thing is, I actually, of all the Star Trek, like music-wise, of all the Star Trek themes, Deep Space Nine is my favorite. Absolutely fucking love it. But I can't watch it. It's just boring, I find. And like, I say this as someone who loves Star Trek. Like, I have watched every Star Trek series there is, except for Deep Space Nine. So, sorry. Okay, no, I haven't finished Discoveries. There's a new season that I haven't watched. But that's more due to current me not being able to watch TV shows rather than just not liking it. Anyway, that's it for the stream. We should probably get going. I do have the are you streaming? Are you continuing?
I am still streaming, yes.
Okay, so I do have my thing set up to send all my YouTube viewers your way. So yeah, we all done here. As always, fuck off.